Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sir Gavin. In this video, mag-discuss sa tayo more examples regarding this, limits of functions involving trigo functions. We have another example here. Find the limit of sine squared x all over x plus x cosine x as x approaches 0. So first thing first, substitute ihapon ta, when you substitute the value, this becomes sine squared 0 or sine 0 squared, mo na sila, all over 0 plus 0 times cosine 0. Okay, so I think much better kung ano itong gamitin. So from there, when you evaluate, sine 0 is 0, 0 squared is also 0. Now, 0 plus, 0 times, cosine 0 is 1, times 0, 0 plus 0, this is still 0. So, basically, you have 0 over 0, which is, again, indeterminate. So, you can apply gihapon table of values, or maybe you can do some other ways, like applying algebraic methods, and also applying trigonometric identities. Okay? So, actually, kung imunta na ako, na ay dahil klaro kayo diha nga pwedeng buhaton, you can actually factor out x here, kay common siya sa both terms, Yung pagkahuman sa sine squared, medyo problema ta because naka-raise 2 siya. What we have here are kanang naang mga terms nga walay exponents. I mean, na exponents but 1, really raised to the power of 2. So, pwede ko mo-apply o identity diha. I can actually transform that into kanang sine squared x. If you recall mo sa Pythagorean identity, that's equivalent to 1 minus the cosine squared x. Okay? All over, i-factor out ko ng x, that's x times 1 plus the cosine x as x approaches 0. Okay? So, medyo magkapare-pareho na. Pero dili yapon. Kaya 1 minus cosine man na siya, cosine squared, kani is 1 plus cosine x ra siya. Pero na ako yung nakita nga pagkita. Kani siya is still factorable. Kani is factorable pa niya. And one of its factors is kani niya. Guys, it takes maturity and experience for you to see things diretso. Makita din mo siya, okay, I have seen this. Kanina niya ako nakita guys, if you have enough experience, you must have seen this already. Nga, ang factors is 1 plus cosine x and 1 minus cosine x. Unya, kung imo na siyang i-compare sa denominator, na ako'y makancel. Diba? Makancel ra ang 1 plus cosine x and 1 plus cosine x. So, wala akong pasabot. I have seen this as this one already, which is the same as this one. Okay, so as I said, it takes maturity and experience for you to see it right away, meaning you have to have more practice. Yeah, this is now equal to, syempre, cancel na. Sorry, as x approaches 0 pa ni. Cancel, mabili na will be the limit of 1 minus cosine x all over x as x approaches 0. Okay. So, easy na lang siya. Kaya mauna naman na siya napita. Unya, according to that, that's equal to 0 at all times. So, the limit of this function is just equal to 0. Okay, so that's easy. So, number 5. Okay, so number 5, let's have, let's say, the limit of a tangent bx all over x as x approaches 0, where a and b are element of real numbers. Okay, so a and b are constant. Mo ni pasabot ni ana. We have this the limit of a tangent bx all over x. Si a daw ug si b are element of real numbers. So meaning constant na sila nga values, di sila variables nga sa diha. Like, mura siya ginani bitaw katong kanina na 2x, 3x, pwede siya 2x, pwede siya 3x, basta kay constant si A o si B. Okay, so they are elementary real numbers. So what do we do here? First ang buhaton, is, syempre, noticeable na sa kayo. Kani siya, si tangent bx and x. The only difference is, walay b ang ato ang denominator. Kasi syempre, di ba, may muna siyang i-solve ka na ang, using this one, mo siyang i-substitute. No? Kung yung mong i-substitute ang 0, you will come up with a tangent b, which is a constant, times 0 is still 0. All over, syempre, 0 gihapon. Tangent 0, as you know, is 0. 0 times a, which is another constant, is 0 gihapon all over 0. Okay? So, syempre, indeterminate gihapon siya na form. So, karon imong tanawon, as I said, noticeable kay na siya. Na bx diri is x lang. So, what should I do? Kung himuon ko ng bx, then syempre, ma-pattern na sa dito. Okay, niya guys, makita niyo ni. This should become the limit of a tangent bx all over x multiplied by, okay, multiply na ako siya sa b over b. So that, mahimo na sa din siyang bx, mapareho silang duha. Okay? Again, okay, kani si b man god is a constant. So, it's an element of real numbers. Now, if I'll multiply it now, so x approaches 0 again, palimot ko, no? This becomes a times b. Sorry, dapat na pa yung limit. I'm not substituting it yet. So, that should be equal to the limit of AB tangent BX all over BX as X approaches 0. Again, A and B are element of real numbers. So, they are constant. Yeah, constant numbers na sila. So, from there, kanina sa taklaro ka na sa tangent BX o si BX dali. Pareho sila o values. Angle BX and BX in the denominator are the same. So, it applies dihan repita. Okay, so dikan diha. Pwede na ko na siya i-separate na dayo, no? Pwede na ko maingon nga limit of, let's say, AB, so x approaches 0 anyway, times tangent BX all over BX. Okay? So, kana, imuhang tanawon siya, guys. I-multiply rin ako si AB o kaya niya siya. Kung mo siyang i-balik o multiply, mabalik rin ako. So, I'm not changing anything. Mora rin na itong ang rule, no? Mag-i-apply. Do not change the given. So, from there, applying limit law, you can now get the limit of AB lang muna, AB, as x approaches 0, times the limit of kana siya, tangent BX all over BX as x approaches 0 as well. Okay. Remember guys nga si A and B are constant numbers. So kana the constant rule or the constant nga katungtuang evaluation of limits, when you find the limit of the constant, the result is the constant itself. So meaning ang result diri ani is just equal to AB gyapon. Okay, A and B are constants man. So bisan pag may 5 and 3 na siya, so 5 times 2 is 15. So you are just only getting the limit of 15 as x approaches 0 and the result is 15. So may pasabot niya, di ba? Kung constant ni siya, the result is always constant when you talk about limits. So if this is 15, dapat 15 sa datang result. So mo ng AB ang gibutan as a general. As a general ka na ang answer for that. Times kani siya. Ang limit sa tangent x over x is just 1. So pareho ra silang duha ani. Which means 1 ra pud na siya. AB times 1 is therefore equal to AB. And this will be your final answer then. Okay? So the limit of this function, A tangent bx all over x as x approaches 0, where A and B are element of real numbers, is equal to A times B. Okay. So that's it guys. So not all the time makagamit sa calculator, especially if the questions are like this. So make sure that you know also the rules, and you know you should also have enough na algebraic skills and trigonometric identities nga mga prior knowledge. Okay? So see you in the next videos. Goodbye.